You ever think you going to a chill college party and end up living through something you only see in a documentary about wild animals? That was me last weekend. I thought it was going to be a quick stop by, say hi to some friends, grab a beer, and leave early. What actually happened felt like 3 different movies mashed together. A comedy, a thriller, and a disaster film all rolled into one. Let me walk you through it. It's Friday night on campus, and the air is buzzing. People are walking around in groups, music echoing from dorm windows. Somebody's out on the lawn practicing guitar like they're in a music video. I get a text from my roommate. Party at the Sigma house tonight. Pull up. I stare at it for a second. I've been to a couple of college parties before, but nothing too crazy. I tell myself, okay, just swing by for a little while. Be social, have a beer. Nothing wild will happen. Famous last words. Throw on my best. I'm casual, but also cool outfit. Sneakers clean enough to pass inspection, but not so new I'll cry if someone steps on them. I walk across campus and can already feel the bass of the music through the sidewalk. As I get closer to the house, it's glowing. Neon lights in the windows, people spilling out onto the lawn, cars parked all over the street. It's a whole ecosystem. I step inside, and it's like stepping into another dimension. The smell of sweat, perfume, spilled alcohol, and vape clouds. Floors sticky with beer, taint of too many bodies crammed into one space. Music blasting. People shouting over each other to be heard. Right away, I can tell there are different zones in the house. The living room is the dance floor. People jumping and yelling to songs from 5 years ago. The kitchen is lined with empty bottles, a giant trash can filled with ice and cans. Someone pouring shots like they're tending bar at a nightclub. The basement, who knows? Probably a cult ceremony. Stairs, off limits unless you're part of the mysterious inner circle. I find my roommate by the staircase, and he's already 2 beers deep, yelling, "Let's go!" I grab one from the cooler because I'm pacing myself. We're chatting when suddenly the DJ switches tracks and the energy spikes like a thunderclap. Everybody's shouting lyrics, cups in the air. I start thinking, okay, this is fun, nothing too crazy yet. But then it begins. A group of guys starts doing backflips off the couch. Someone spills a whole bottle of vodka across the carpet. A random dog appears out of nowhere. Nobody knows whose dog it is, but it's wearing sunglasses and everyone is cheering for it. My roommate disappears upstairs with some people I don't know. I am left alone in the kitchen where a girl is explaining to me how she once fought off a raccoon with a pool noodle. I nod politely, but inside my head I'm thinking, where did the dog come from and why does it look like it is judging me? Then the power flickers. The music cuts out for a second. Everyone goes oh, and then cheers when the lights come back on. But something has shifted. The air feels thicker, louder. Someone starts a chant. Another person starts climbing a bookshelf. Wedged between the fridge and a guy wearing a hot dog costume and wondering how my life led to this. I try to go find my roommate, but the house is a maze now. Every hallway is packed. The basement door swings open and a fog machine blasts out like the gates of some underworld. I swear. I swear I see someone in a full Knight S suit of armor walk by holding a pizza and a six-pack. My beer is gone and replaced with another drink I didn't ask for. I keep moving, trying to find an exit. Then comes the turning point. A fight breaks out over a spilled drink. Not a serious fight, more like a cartoon scuffle. People start shouting and moving. The music cranks louder. Someone yells everybody outside. I follow the crowd because at this point, the only thing keeping me calm is movement. We spill out onto the lawn like a stampede. Outside, it's chaos. Somebody's got a speaker blasting different music. People are doing cartwheels. Someone's cooking burgers on a tiny camping grill. No dog is now dancing with a guy in a toga. My roommate appears again, waving his phone like a sword, yelling "We're legends," "Aku," and then disappears into the crowd. Stand there in the grass, heart racing, trying to decide whether to laugh or run. Then, as if the universe wanted to turn this party into an urban legend, campus security shows up. 2 cars, lights flashing. Everyone freezes for half a second, and then, boom, everyone scatters in different directions. I'm sprinting across the lawn, holding my phone, trying not to lose my wallet. People are hopping fences, diving behind bushes, pretending to tie their shoes like that's going to fool anyone. I end up hiding behind a tree with the random dog, both of us breathing hard. I look at the dog looks at me. We share a silent agreement to never speak of this again. After a few minutes, the security guys move on, and the crowd starts trickling back to the house like nothing happened. I find my roommate sitting on the porch, eating a slice of pizza like a war hero, and sipping from a beer bottle. We go back inside, and the house is somehow even messier than before. Drinks spilled everywhere. Someone asleep on the stairs. Music still going, but quieter now. I sit on the couch, shoes muddy, hoodie damp, and think. This was supposed to be a quick visit. My roommate hands me a beer, and we both just stare at the ceiling, processing the madness. And then, like the cherry on top of the weirdest sundae, the dog jumps onto the couch between us, puts its paw on my leg, and sighs. I don't know whose dog this is. I don't know how it got sunglasses. But in that moment, the dog felt like the only sane being in the entire party. Eventually, we sneak out the back door and walk home under the streetlights. Campus is quiet again. It's like the chaos never happened. I get back to my dorm, take off my shoes, and collapse onto my bed, still hearing the bass of the music in my head. My phone buzzes. It's my roommate. Same time next week. I throw my phone across the room and pull the blanket over my head. That was my college party experience. Not glamorous, not like the movies, but unforgettable. If you've ever been to a party like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, well, maybe it's better you don't, if you made it this far into the video. Drop a comment telling me your craziest party story. The more unhinged, the better. Smash that like button if you enjoyed my pain and confusion. Subscribe so you don't miss the next time I make a terrible decision. And share this with a friend who thinks college parties are always chill. Because sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're an epic saga you'll never forget.